Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at Nintendo Switch. I wanted to go over how I feel after using it for a couple months. I do have the Xbox Series S, X, and PS5, and I just wanted to give you my experience using the Nintendo Switch while having all those other consoles. So first thing first, let's talk about the OLED model. Now, the OLED does have the larger and brighter 7-inch OLED screen that offers better contrast, colors, and viewing angles than the previous LCD screen of the original Nintendo Switch and also Nintendo Switch Lite. And it also has a far better kickstand. It's wider and it's so much more sturdier on the table. As you guys can see, it's very sturdy. Even if I shake the table, it doesn't move anywhere, which is pretty good if you do like to game on the table. What I like to do is just remove the Joy-Cons, leave the screen on the table, and then just game that way. It also has more internal storage, twice the storage of the original Nintendo Switch, which had only 32 gigabytes. This does have 64 gigabytes of internal storage. It also has Internet port on the dock, which is accessible by removing this plastic. And here we have Internet port, HDMI out, and the AC adapter. Also, we have two USB Type-A on the side. So once you end up putting the Switch inside, there's USB-C here. So the Nintendo Switch kind of lines up with the USB-C, and then as we put in the charger, you will be able to charge it and play on the TV at the same time. If you don't want to do that, you can just put this plastic back on. Now, when it comes to the Joy-Cons, they do remain the same from the original Nintendo Switch. You can get them in different colors. I decided to go with the white ones. You can also get them in the blue and red, black and red. There's different options. I think black, red, blue, and white are some of the ones I've seen, but you can definitely customize in different colors as well. Now on the back, as I mentioned, we do have that kickstand, but I wanted to show you where the SD card expansion is. So it's going to be located right here, so you can just insert the SD card here if you do end up needing more storage, which I'm assuming you probably will if you do have a bigger library. Now on the bottom, we have USB-C for charging. And then on top, we have the power lock button, and we also have the volume rockers. And here is where the game goes. So you have to remove this little plastic and then just pop the game inside. There's also 3.5 millimeter headset or the headphone jack, so you can use either one. And here is the speaker. Now this model also does have the improved speakers over the previous generation, which is pretty good. Definitely some improvements, nothing major other than the screen, but you do have that internet input, also better speakers, and twice the storage. But the screen itself is a big winner. You know, when you're comparing the LCD with the OLED, you will get a much brighter screen, better colors. And I do know somebody that does have the original Nintendo Switch. We put them side by side, and the differences is definitely noticeable. Now, since I did mention I do have quite a few consoles, I wanted to talk about when I do end up playing the Switch and what do I usually play. Now, I did end up getting two different games. I still haven't installed the other one, but I did get the Mario Rabbids. That was the one I got with the Nintendo Switch. Then I also ended up getting the Mario Kart 8, which I haven't installed yet. That's one game I'm super excited to play. But I do have a few games that I ended up getting for the PS5 and the Xbox during the Christmas, and I still haven't finished those, like Hogwarts Legacy. I do have Jedi Survivor, also have Last of Us that I just finished. So there's quite a lot of games piled up, and honestly I don't have that much time for gaming. I would say probably 2 to 3 hours max, and then I have work and all that other stuff. So 3 hours a day, it is a lot, but at the same time, for a true gamer, that's not a lot of time to game. So when do I usually play the Nintendo Switch? I usually play it when I go to the bedroom. I take this. Sometimes I watch YouTube on it. Sometimes I play a lot of Game Boy Advance games. That's something from my childhood, and I do love playing a lot of Game Boy Advance. Good thing about the Nintendo Switch, they do have all those emulators on their eShop, so you can end up getting the N64, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, and there's a few other emulators, and then of course you can end up getting those games straight off that eShop, which is pretty good, but you do need subscription for that. So that's when I usually play the games. Now I did end up connecting this to my monitor. But for me, the main point of getting the Nintendo Switch is actually having that portable factor. So for example, what I can do here, I can just remove the Joy-Cons from these sides, and then I can just end up leaving the screen on the table. I can end up, controlling the whole screen with the Joy-Cons themselves, or I can end up using the little grips as well. So I can do that and end up using it as a controller. That's another way of playing it. I can end up putting it on the dock, connected to the TV. So there's so many different ways to play this Nintendo Switch, which for me is the main reason to get it, because it is good on the go. You can end up, watching YouTube, Netflix, browsing, stuff like that. So it's not just for the games. You can, of course, end up listening to the music, and it doesn't weigh a lot. Without the Joy-Cons, this isn't a heavy device. Now, inside the box, you'll be getting quite a lot of stuff, and which actually surprised me because a lot of these companies are cutting down on what they include inside the boxes. Most of them don't even include the charger and stuff like that. So Nintendo Switch does give you a lot. So you will be getting the screen, you're getting the Joy-Cons, you get the grip. Also, you get the Joy-Con straps, which I haven't put on. I don't do that much gaming. I just left them inside the box. You will also be getting the dock. So this is what you use to connect it to the big screen TV. Also, you will be getting the charger and also HDMI cable. And also, you'll be getting quite a lot of paperwork as well. So that's quite a lot of stuff. You have everything you need. So overall, Nintendo Switch has been a lot of fun. I do enjoy using it at night. I do love all the old school games. I'm super excited to end up playing games like Zelda, Mario Brothers, Mario Kart. Those are some of the best games, and unfortunately those are only available for the Switch. So that's one of my main reasons of getting the Switch. Now when it comes to the cross-platform games, like for example Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed, and games like that, if you don't have other devices like PS5 or the Xbox, then yeah, definitely I will get those. But for me personally, I only got the Nintendo Switch for games I can only get for the Nintendo Switch. And there's quite a lot, and there's some really good ones, as I mentioned earlier. So for me at least, Nintendo Switch is definitely worth getting. I do enjoy it whenever I do play it. I just wish I had a little bit more time so I can end up playing games I really want to play, like Zelda or Mario Kart 8. But I know whenever I install those games, I'm going to be pretty much addicted, and I'm not going to want to let go of the Nintendo Switch. And sadly, I just don't have that much time right now. So overall, really amazing console, and I would definitely get it. Thank you guys for watching.